And welcome to a special edition of Omake Ikuze. We have a little bit of a different round robin going on right now, but we have a special topic to talk about, and we really can't, wait. As usual, I'm Bishi. I'm joined tonight by Jolly Yellow.
Hey, folks.
Alakamori.
Hi.
And Ryuji.
Yo.
So, if any of you out there have been watching your internet, you have heard of something called Dashcon. More likely than not. If not, then you're about to get educated. Dashcon was supposedly supposed to be a con for Tumblr users.
By Tumblr users.
By Tumblr users. To showcase geekdom.
Sounds like a good concept thus far.
Seems legit.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a few problems. First of all, one of the problems was the fact that they had actually tried to do a Indiegogo campaign for this last year. Their goal was $5,000. They only raised $4,000 of it.
Okay.
This also being a first-year con. Oh, hey, Maverick's here.
Hey, I'm here.
Hi.
Hello.
This
So-
also being a first-year con, they decided that, $65 for a weekend pass at the door was a good rate.
And let me ask something. Is this this was its first year,
Yes.
right? Okay.
And probably its last.
More than likely, yeah.
Okay, so we have that. They had actually gotten a hold of the creators of Welcome to Night Vale to have them do a live reading and a Q&A session. Okay, cool. You've got a great guest.
Yeah.
They also got the Baker Street Babes. Also, great guest. There were some major problems, however.
Some. How about
Some.
a truck full of petrol going into a dynamite factory?
I like that analogy.
Okay, so let's start with what happened on Friday.
Let's.
The con staff gathers everyone into one of the ballrooms, which should tell you exactly how many people were here.
Especially if you saw the video.
They decided to go ahead and stay and say, because apparently the hotel changed terms on them because they had only agreed to verbal contracts and not written ones.
Can I point out the first problem?
Verbal contracts?
Yes. Get shit in writing. Rule number
Yes.
1.
But because they had a verbal contract with the hotel, and the hotel heard convention, and they're like, okay, all right. They had hosted toy and model train conventions in the past, so they were like, oh, this shouldn't be anything major. Let us all take a quick moment to digest that and laugh.
I'm taking that moment to look over at my nice goof custom that came in the mail yesterday from Japan. So that's going to be my therapy session for later.
So, apparently the hotel was like, hey, well, this is...
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Maverick finally digested all of it, and it all hit him at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So one side of the story says that it was the hotel that wanted the entire payment then
Up front.
Most
when
places and people want it up front.
that's how it's supposed to be done. You don't
Yeah.
make it
Unless you have
and
a
then
special
pay
contract.
them after,
Yeah.
unless you
Unless-
have that put in writing and detailed out.
The world's oldest profession pays up front.
Well, and things like rental spaces and that, even in hotels and convention centers, there is a contract to begin with. So
Exactly!
something really fishy here with the
Wait.
Dashcon, whatever the hell they're called. I don't even want to call them admins. Because
Yeah, that's an inappropriate title. You are staff. You have titles, not admin.
You cannot ban someone.
Can I make a quick prop joke real quick? Because I have the perfect book sitting over there.
Go ahead.
This is a wonderful textbook. I thought it was useless, but I think maybe they could use it. Maybe I'll spend the money and give it to them as a donation.
Don't expect to get anything in return for it. Yeah, I was gonna crack wise like this all night long.
That's professionalism. Skills for workplace success.
Professionalism.
Learn how not to fuck it up.
Actually, hold on. They might give you something in return, and that might be, an RSVP ticket to an extra hour in the ball pit next year.
Yes.
oh, how cute.
Oh boy, I totally hope
No, I
for
don't
an
care.
hour
I'm
in
a
the
ball
ball pit in the middle of a giant empty room.
That was the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
It would have been a cute idea, if the convention were going well for the most part, but it didn't.
That's what I said. I mean, if it was a legit ball pit, it'd been cool.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay.
that was-
I'd be all in that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Like if they got like a little 3-foot pool or something like that, and then filled it with those balls.
That's
Fuck
pretty
that.
much what they did.
No, they didn't even get a 3-foot pool. They got
No.
one of those little dollar store little kiddie pools.
Actually, I was just thinking about
I still would have had fun in that. I don't give a crap.
But
But
since you're talking about having a ball pit or whatever, let's be honest. Someone would mess it up so the rest of us could not have nice things like that.
Oh,
What, piss in the ball pit?
it apparently popped last night.
I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
let
there
the
was.
ball pit jokes begin. Headphone Mike has already said this. So we have Ball Pit Con, to which
Okay.
someone else. I have been following this on 4chan ever since
Of
this
course.
started on Friday. CGL has dedicated 9 threads to the goings on at Dashcon.
Gotta be a record.
It has
Yeah.
to be.
The Homestuck
But
is
there were people on CGL saying that, now actually MetroCon rented a ball pit and had it at their rave Saturday night.
Well, here's also this. How freaking big is MetroCon? Okay,
It's like
I have my own
12,000,
cousin.
isn't it?
Yeah, my own cousin wants me to come down to MetroCon next year.
But
I would
I
have
just find that
so many
funny.
cousins.
MetroCon sees the shit that's going on with Dashcon and goes,
We could
Okay.
do it better.
You gotta
Ball
get
pit.
in on
Yeah.
I think everyone
But-
should have a ball pit in their home. I don't give a crap what you said. Ball pits are
My
therapeutic.
house will still be better than Dashcon. Hell, buy a couple bottles of Captain Morgan and buy a ball pit, like.
Whoa. Hold on. Did you just
We
say
get
Captain
drunk.
Morgan and the ball pit? See, I told you somebody was going to ruin it, and the next year it's going to be like, that's why we can't have nice things.
No.
Fill
The
the
bottles
Marriott
of liquor.
hot tub at Animazement full
That's
of
okay.
balls.
See,
No, what I was gonna say,
One thing you do at BallPitCon is ban the Homestuckers.
they actually had pictures of Homestuckers in the ball pit, and they said, "Oh, look, this is what's going to happen in a few hours." And it was one Homestuck cosplayer lying in the ball pit, and all the balls were silver. Like they had
This is why
photoshopped.
we can't have
it.
nice
It's just-
things.
yeah.
I tell you. That's going to take.
This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we couldn't have a pool this year.
But okay, so Friday night, basically they have this whole thing where the hotel says they need now
$7,000.
here's where the discrepancy happens. The people making the announcement for Dashcon say $17,000. The paperwork that is provided and posted online with information whited out says $20,000.
That it does.
There's $3,000 missing somewhere. So, regardless of that, they managed to somehow get to their target of $17,000 in 45 minutes or an hour or something like that.
And many 14 to 16-year-olds went without lunch money for the next few months.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
Kind of scares me how they got that money together.
What I'm thinking, though, about this whole, we raised the money in a half hour or whatever, when you pay through PayPal, doesn't it take a lot of time to transfer the payment?
It takes at least 5 days.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's that, and then there's the validity of this stupid-ass scanned piece of paper with, all the whiteout on it, like...
Yeah,
What?
it takes 5 to 7 days unless you have a PayPal debit card, which I have.
They actually did have a PayPal debit card, and they ran it like several times through the reader to actually get it to go, apparently. That's what someone was saying. And one of my friends is actually messaging me, saying, hi Tig, saying that it's not a ball pit, it was a lifeboat filled with balls. It's an insult to ball pits.
Can I make a joke here?
Mhm.
We're gonna need a bigger ball pit, Captain.
No,
No.
you're going to need bigger dignity before you can get a bigger ball pit.
Yeah, need something to go with those balls.
But, okay.
Oh.
So that happened Friday. The creators of Welcome to Night Vale saw this, and they were like, okay, we're going to need our payment and everything up front. They had originally agreed to, okay, half now, half later. They
Yeah.
wanted it all at that point after seeing the debacle with the hotel.
And I don't blame them.
Perfectly
happened,
understandable.
I would be sitting here going, hi.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna need this ahead of time because I want to be sure things
that
are legit.
But so they apparently weren't paid. They took the half that they were given beforehand and split.
Which I don't blame them.
They had actually they came in, let's see, an hour and 10 minutes, I believe, after the panel was supposed to start where they were doing the live reading.
Mhm.
Someone came in to say that they had left. They just walked. Didn't really give much of an explanation other than, we had the money, they just didn't want to wait, was what they said.
Like
Well,
any other
what do you
con
expect?
guest. Did
Like
you guys
this.
see the post that Night Vale, officially made?
Oh, yeah.
Apologizing to fans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said we apologize, for our lack of appearance, but we were not paid for flight, hotel, anything.
Yeah.
They weren't paid for shit. In advance at any time. At all. Oh.
So, they weren't comped for any of their expenses, basically.
No, none.
They promised that they would be, yes.
Yeah.
And there's no amount of face palming to justify.
So that happened, and for all the people that had bought the VIP tickets to the Welcome to Night Vale live reading, they said, well, we can't really offer a refund on it, but we can give you an extra hour in the ball pit. Oh, I'm sorry, ball tub.
Ball sink.
Ball bowl. Yeah.
Oh, ball puddle.
Ball spoon.
Come on, that's bigger than a spoon. At least a cup or a dish.
A saucer. A saucer. That's what it is.
Ball saucer.
Ball saucer.
A
Is that
saucer
Dick-
of a
is it-
The dick
Wait,
sauce.
hold on. Is that Dick Saucer's brother?
Saucer's special
That's his
brother.
son.
Ball saucer.
Oh gosh, he's already sad.
saucer.
Time to go home.
But okay, so that. Okay, so let me do this. Let me see a couple things.
All right.
So, all right. So apparently they said that on Friday they said they would refund donations once the money's in from people walking in to register. Guests on Saturday started leaving left and right. Welcome to Night Vale left. The Baker Street Babes left. Oh God, what's her name? I'm trying to remember the webcomic artist that left.
Pretty much people left one after another.
Yeah, of their guests.
When they're guests, well, what is it? When you're guests, start leaving your con because you failed to deliver. You might want to reconsider your staff.
Oh, okay. And reading some Tumblr here, and apparently along with the extra hour in the ball pit, people were apparently also given an entry into a raffle for some merchandise.
Like, what kind of merch? My money? A
Yeah.
refund?
Hotel man.
Ranging from a Stanley autograph, a framed Richard Armitage autograph, a framed Walking Dead cast photo with autographs, a Martin Freeman autograph, and then just other cool prizes.
Am I going to get a picture of said star signing an autograph, signing it? Because you could just really write your name on it, like counterfeit it, and then I have this.
Well, no, Maverick, you would actually be entered into a drawing to possibly win one of those things.
Oh,
Yeah.
possibly. So I don't have a chance.
And oh wait, no, it gets better. It gets
His
better
dad will take
because
it off.
apparently some of those like autographs and whatnot were supposed to be for the Indiegogo campaign that they never gave out.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're not gonna have another con next year. Good job, Dashcon.
Who are they gonna have for guests? Like, if they have such a bad rep and everything, basically all
They're
over
not gonna get.
now.
They're not gonna have anyone next year.
I felt bad for all the cosplayers that went out there. Like some of the bigger, there were a few like mid-card cosplayers out there that do really good work that got suckered into doing that shit.
Yeah. They wasted their time for this bottom of the barrel, like, basic Homestuck ball pit meetup.
Wait for it. They actually said in like the 2015 pre-reg and like all of this sort of stuff like on their site and in some of the I guess closing ceremonies BS.
Apparently,
They were looking at trying to get Benedict Cumberbatch for next year, and I'm just like,
he's gonna go nope.
I would love to hear that conversation.
What conversation? Oh, hey, Dashcon, let me look you up. Yeah, no, I got something else booked for this.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah. But yeah, it's the thing is though, the con it could have worked even if they didn't have any major guests. Because if you look back, almost every con that is something major today started off as some tiny little get together of like 300 people with like 300 nobodies that started off putting it all together because they appreciate this fandom or that fandom, and now we have like Comic Con or Animazement or Dragon Con and all those big cons all came from somewhere. And this could have followed that same route if they had been doing stuff properly. But they didn't do stuff properly.
They aimed too high, too big for the first run.
not to mention, you actually had, oh yeah, Yeah, here you go. Headphone mic actually put in the Q&A. They are already selling pre-reg for 2015. Actually, it's not for the full price of 65. It's for the price of 50, I believe. Let me check. Let me double
Still
check.
too damn high.
Let me make sure.
Okay.
You need to be paying people to come out for it.
Here we go. Let's see. Advance reg for 2015. Yes, pre-sale is $50.
Still too damn high.
Yeah, nope.
They're going to hold it at the Indianapolis Convention Center and Lucas Oil Stadium.
Because they can't go back to the one they went to before.
They're gonna try and pull holding it at Lucas Oil Stadium.
You said Lucas Oil. What is that? What's the name of that?
Let me look this
Oh
up.
my god!
Oil Stadium.
It's where the Colts play.
Yeah, that's where the fucking Colts play.
They're gonna try and con in a stadium.
Oh, and apparently,
No!
Silver
not-
Paradox,
And
they're
promising.
they're
welcome-
promising Welcome to Night Vale again.
Why?
Okay, see, this is what happens when you have a bunch of people who... Okay, let's back up just a tiny bit.
How,
This could
how
be-
much of a tiny bit?
Like Jolly Yellow was saying, this could be a good idea. You just have to have the correct people to pull it off to pull it off. Let's take a look at their staff.
Yes, let's.
You have, I believe it was 6 people on the main staff, one of which was 17 years old.
Okay.
When all of this was going on, like the planning and everything, you had a person that was actually in charge of one of the committees. And apparently within the committees and all of this, there were a bunch of people that were anywhere from age 13 to 16. Only a few were like over 25. One of the staffers actually said on her staff profile, she has never been to a con before.
What? Please tell me they're joking.
Wow.
Maybe she meant to this and like.
Has she? Wait. Okay. She's never been to a con. Has she done any type of planning for a big function? Maybe not necessarily a convention.
Yeah, like
maybe
fundraising or
fundraising or
Let me look. Let me take a look. Hold on. I will read out the entirety of her.
Can I just have a moment? Because I clicked on one of the staff members' things.
Go
and
ahead.
It takes me to their Tumblr. That's not exactly what you want for a staff thing. They want... Ah! Okay, I just came across a Tumblr one that said, not admin, just want the URL.
Well, yeah. Okay, I'm getting there, but you don't have your Tumblrs linked to,
No.
all of that.
No,
Oh,
you don't.
and hold on. Jen actually posted a comment saying, I can see how negotiations for next year are going to go. Want to come to Dashcon 2015 as our guest? Person looks around to see if there are hidden cameras. Yeah, right, I still have a career.
Damn.
But, okay, so the meet the admins, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 6 people. One of them has had their profile removed off of this page. The one who says she has never been to a con, this is what it says. And I hate that this is actually in our state. Angela is a college graduate who works part-time at a large retail chain. She's never been to a con, and sometimes she wonders how this became her life. She currently lives in North Carolina on her mother's pull-out couch.
What?
That's
Did they really? Wait, hold on. Did they really have to put the pull-out couch part? That's the why.
They really couldn't think of anything else to put in her profile there. Like she's a fan of
Something. She's helping her mother.
Oh no. That was actually also listed because it says let's see, interests: fan fiction, movies, food, people watching, drowning in student loan debt. Main fandoms: Teen Wolf, Sherlock, Harry Potter, Disney, Supernatural, and Doctor Who.
So all of the she's the main Tumblr demographic.
They're all the main Tumblr demographic. One of the others, main fandoms: Sherlock, SPN, so Supernatural, Doctor Who, Teen Wolf, True Blood, Star Trek. Main fandoms for another: Sherlock, Hannibal, Supernatural, Tangled, The Avengers, Marvel in general, and Harry Potter. Another one. Main fandoms: Sherlock, Harry Potter, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, This Is Gen Z, Welcome to Night Vale, Pokemon, The Mighty Boosh, Newsflesh Trilogy. And it just keeps going on and on and
What's that
on.
last one? I've never heard of it. I've never heard of the Newsflesh trilogy. I've never heard of that.
I don't know. Okay. That is the one who's actually from Australia. And literally just under her picture for Meet the Admins, it says International Superstar, just ask my mom.
Oh, it's a movie.
she's like the Australian equivalent of a Kardashian or something.
I don't know. Apparently.
My brain is full of hurt and I don't even.
But this is what... this is what the problem with this is, because if you're presenting that site as a business front, and then that's your meet the admins, meet the people who run this thing, let's look at the people that run this bitch,
Let's
and
look
that's
at
what you get.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
No, just no.
One of my friends just said, these people make homestuckers look like good, upstanding citizens.
Sadly, I probably agree with you. I get the feeling that if Homestuckers really tried, they could pull off their own con better than this.
Well, that's
They want their own con. However, because
that's
of
if
the
the creator wasn't a dick.
Yeah, the creator is a legal douche, so therefore they are our refugees. So we have to be nice. And
Okay, so alright, so we have all of this. The 17-year-old who was one of the admins before this con started has had her profile removed from the Meet the Admins page. And also, two of the admins, one being the, let's see, the head, or no, not the, let's see. She was the one who was acting as owner, or co-owner, handling the business end of things, this whole thing, you know, that whole thing.
yeah.
Her personal blog, she deleted her personal Tumblr.
She's got spares. Every Tumblr person has a
The
burner account.
The 17-year-old deleted her personal Tumblr. Okay, Tig, you're getting credit. Yes, that was the Homestuck thing was hilarious. I will give you credit on air. Jeez, don't kill me. Anyway,
The fun thing about it is that when they go into hiding like this, like got deleted, this got deleted. So what? Did witness protection come and get them? Like did con protection come up and swoop them out and put?
I don't know, but there was a picture of one of the heads talking with security and cops Sunday morning.
That must have been a pleasant conversation.
I can just imagine
If
so.
you're one of the admins and you're talking with security and cops Sunday morning, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. You don't need to pull off the handcuffs. We will leave here as soon as we're done. Can you give us at least like 2 hours? We'll give you an hour in the ball pit.
That's probably not it. It's probably like, look, we need to get out of here now. I need protection. Let's go. Like, please move me to a safe facility, please.
Well, no, we would have given you an hour in the ball pit, but it had already, popped.
And I'm probably, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the admins spent a good portion of Dashcon hiding in the ball pit. Have you seen this admin? I have no idea.
Cover myself in ball.
Okay, no, I would not have hid in that ball pit if I needed to actually get away from an axe murderer.
You'd get fined by a homestuck in the ball pit.
No, I would catch who knows what.
You would catch the glitter, the body paint.
Yeah, you'd catch body paint in a case of like 15-year-old weeaboo.
You probably would. You're probably not ready for the strains of con funk that are in that ball.
No.
Your body will not be ready.
That must be like ridiculous levels of con funk, okay?
Ew.
And there's like glitter body spray to try and cover it up.
Well, not to mention I would probably catch an irreparable case of, super sure who?
Super Sherlock Phantomitis, or I don't know.
Sherlock Hoovian something.
I just feel like a little bit of Attack on Titan sprinkled on top of it.
I will admit, okay, I like Sherlock.
Because they actually had like an Attack on Titan thing there, and I'm just like,
Told you.
Okay, so you're starting them with an anime that everyone has pretty much seen.
Sorry, Attack on Titan isn't all that great. I'm sorry.
But people swear that it's the greatest thing.
Okay, I liked it, but the point of like con video viewing rooms are like new up-and-coming anime that people may not have seen yet.
Or older stuff.
Pulling up the classics.
Yeah, that people may have missed.
Go watch our video because I just kicked Star's ass. Anyway.
Which I have to say, major props to you for doing that. You okay? Are you alive?
Alright, anyone who is out there who has not seen a picture of the ball pit or anything that we were talking about, go search for it. It is the saddest fucking thing that you will ever see in your life.
The only thing sadder I could imagine is you slowly reeling a yaoi fanfic down the hallway on a fishing line and watching the person's reaction as it slowly gets out of their reach.
Actually, no. This is the one thing that's sadder. This was the registration line 2 p.m. on Saturday. That was the registration line.
You could throw a ball down that hallway.
That's what you sent me? I didn't know what that was. It was like, what is this empty hallway he just showed me? Was like, is this pre-con? Or...
No. This hallway is the hopes and dreams of Dashcon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a terrible person. I'm an asshole. I know this. I'm perfectly okay with it.
I'm sorry. Let me correct this. Tig, thank you for the correction. It's Super Hulock.
Okay.
Oh, and let's also talk about one of the other things that is about to get them in deep shit with everyone.
Yes, let's.
The fact that they were showing Pacific Rim and Dr. Horrible without permission.
Okay, first of all right, let me go this. Alright, one thing, you go up against Whedon. That's stupid. 2, you go up against Del Toro.
Now you fucked up.
That's even dumber.
Yeah.
And there is photographic proof of them doing this.
You know what? I have a National Geographic magazine with a perfect question here.
Oh, they also, at least on the schedule, they had, so apparently they were going to be airing Kill la Kill as well. So I don't know who owns the American rights to that, but if that got aired, I'm sure they'll have something to say about it.
I don't
And
know,
Phoenix
but all I know
is pretty strong on their legal stuff.
the schedule itself was just a site to want to pour bleach in my eyes for.
You do not have a homoerotic
Claims are nothing
18.
to fuck with.
You do not have panels that are really going mature at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
In Japan, you can.
In Japan, yes.
We're
In
not
the
in
U.S.,
Japan.
no.
Say Japan, bro.
We in Blum, fuck Illinois.
You know what? That's over nearby a friend of mine. I need to get a hold of him and see if he went. If he went, I'm gonna have to send him a care package for the trauma.
Yeah.
Ball pit.
That's
Yeah,
the,
send him a couple balls from the ball pit and forge a couple
Just-
of signatures on some anime posters.
and what you can do now is you can actually just Google Dashcon ball pit and pull
Yes,
results, and you get this now. So there you go.
yes,
folks.
yes. Here
Google
you go.
Dashcon ball pit.
That is the saddest thing I have seen in my life.
Okay, we have a new question. And being all, you're our guest, will comp your room, then on checkout, the cons card is no longer on file, so the celebrity guests were on the hook for their rooms.
Yeah, that happened to the Baker Street base.
Wow!
It actually later on did get resolved, but it took like 7 hours.
And probably a threat of a lawyer.
Yeah.
But thank you, Saya, for that.
Yeah, it just... Wow.
Do you know what I'm gonna do after all this?
Hmm.
I'm gonna lay here with Sakura Kesho, and we're going to rewatch Sailor Moon again. Just so I can get over all of this, me wanting to take someone and put their face in the water and go, solving the problem, solving the problem, solving the problem. No, wait, this is a ball pit.
Poking. I'm trying to forget it.
Wait.
I'm just gonna take up.
There is more.
There's more.
There's more.
Apparently,
Can I just,
one.
flip my laptop and be done?
Apparently, and this is just this just goes to show how sad this really was. One of their vendors that they had was Arta Wigs.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
Wait. Arta Wigs packed up their table and left at 5 p.m. on Saturday.
I don't blame them.
And
I remember someone saying their dealer's room was something to be desired.
if I'm not mistaken, Arta Wigs is based in Texas, meaning they had to do a nice little hike to get up there.
Yeah.
Ouch.
They are from Texas. And...
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. I really have to agree with our friend when he said about setting the bar. That
It's
is
3
so
inches
true.
from the floor.
Set the bar. Okay, you see this? Anything below this bar, do not do.
There is one job.
Although I still find it hilarious as far as what was it? Where is it? Because I know I saw several people had posted this. Yeah, okay. So what was supposed to happen today was a Night Vale Q&A. The name of it was "This is not a Night Vale panel. Do not attend this panel." The the description, and this did not change all weekend. I watched it. It said, "This is not a Night Vale panel. Do not attend this panel. The makers of Welcome to Night Vale will not be answering your questions. They will not attend this panel. Stare. Stare at the blank wall."
Irony, though?
Wait.
I have
Casey?
I
I have to send you this. I'm propping it in our chat because
Lady Snowbird cosplay
Yeah, that was
posted on our
posted.
thing.
yeah,
It now has its own Know Your Meme
it
busted
does.
page.
It does. I
Oh.
threw it in our chat.
Oh my god.
It
Wait.
is
Lindsay enjoyed the
sad.
ball pit.
Oh, yeah.
That ball pit was so sad. And look at the bounce house. Oh my. Really? This was. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna make my own con with blackjack and hookers. Screw this.
I just... I have nothing, like... Yeah, I'm looking at what Lady Snowbird put, and... Holy fuck. I can't help but laugh.
Also in the chat down here, or on the comments on the YouTube thing, Meredith Caudle, sorry if I pronounced it wrong, they said they're going to come to Indy next year.
Nope. Indy.
They're gonna be in Indianapolis next year.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Fuck that.
Does anyone else find it hilarious that the username that made the Dashcon Know Your Meme is Ballistic Dur?
Do you not see the ball pit in fire? ScamCon 2014. I don't even.
But let's see. I'm trying to think what else was exactly some of the stuff that was just.
Oh, wow. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
your Know Your Meme page, and apparently there's a photo where someone took a picture of the ball pit and makes it look like an upcoming Smash Brothers character.
Yes.
Oh god, that's what the big surprise was tomorrow. That's what the big leak is. It's not that Sting's going to be in Smash. It's going to be the ball pit's going to be the new Smash character.
Yes, the ball pit is going to be a new character in Smash.
Hell yeah.
No. The ball pit has a
Making a
WWE
Sting.
contract. He's going to fight for the damn titles. It doesn't matter.
Ball Pit gets an extra hour.
Oh god.
Just look at how many people could fit in the ball pit. Okay? Like 1,
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe?
Hold on. Thank you, Tig. Again, I had completely forgotten this until she mentioned it. Okay, they had a Name That Anime panel. The panelists actually did apologize for completely blowing it. Like, they had no clue that they were supposed to be hosting it because once panel allocations went out, they weren't told that they would be hosting it until 10 minutes after it had started.
So no one told them they were going to be doing it until 10 minutes after the time slot started.
Right.
Ishi? I have an appropriate response for that, and it's right there in our chat.
Yeah. I see that. But, yeah, and, okay, so, they schlepp through as best as they can, and let's face it, when we have all run into something that was somewhat unexpected during our panels.
Yeah.
We wing it. We know how it goes. It's tough, so nothing against you. However, they did have one question that was asked during the Name That Anime panel, and I'm quoting, What's the anime where they fight with clothes?
Kill a kill.
I thought panty and stocking.
All right.
Well, see, as you can see, we're at an impasse here.
Well, the good news is, if you were there, you both would have won a prize of a hotel mint.
That's bullshit. I stole like 20 of those on the way here.
That was the prize. The hotel mints were the prizes for that panel.
Seriously, they couldn't even get like a bag of candy so they can say, "Hey, you got that question right. You got a handful of candy out in the candy jar," or something like that. That's busted.
Yeah, and apparently the admins of Dashcon are also claiming that 4chan ruined their con.
Again.
Yeah.
They're just gonna blame everything on 4chan.
Yep.
And
Oh, my
4chan,
parents divorced is 4chan. I'm so sad because of 4chan.
If 4chan had done it, the Tumblr people would have. The con that you made it for, they would have taken up the arms and ruined you.
Tumblr is just as unforgiving.
No, see, 4chan, it's one of those, well, let's sit back and see how this goes. Let's take a look at day one. Day one happened, 4chan's like, well, our job is done.
See, that's the other reason the 4chan people were upset, because there was nothing to sabotage and tear up. It was already broken.
Yeah.
4chan walks in and was like, all right, I'm going to pirate this. I'm going to mess it all up. I'm going to hack it. I'm going to tear it.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Wait.
Well, damn.
Good job, people.
It reminds me of a line out of Saints Row 4. You know, 4chan being the main character, and then you're sitting there during one of the mayhem missions. Have fun cleaning that. Oh, it's a simulation.
Right? 4chan about to come in talking about shots fired. Oh, the shots have already been fired, and we missed them.
The
shots
They shot the gun at themselves. They accidentally shot themselves in the foot.
Oh.
They looked at the barrel going, how does work? How does
It's
work?
funny.
Shoot
It's
yourself in the
funny.
foot.
It's funny that you mentioned shots fired, because they actually had 2 volunteers from Dashcon posting on CGL last night. And
Were they trying to fucking defend it?
no, it was just one of those, seriously, this is a train wreck. We're on here to just answer whatever questions you have. One of them said that, it's one of those, well, the 17-year-old doesn't have any powers. Why is she called an admin then? Their response was Special Snowflake. And then talking about the different admins, it said Kane and Meg know what they're doing, but Roxanne handed out privilege like it was going out of style, like her hair and makeup did 5+ years ago. And the very next response to that was someone posting a picture that said shots fired in a police line thing.
To the point where all the fucking people turned on each other. That's what 4chan did. Made them turn on each other. That's what they did.
Wow. Wow.
Shots fired and 4chan didn't even have to do it.
4chan busted up in the spot talking about, their guns are ready to fire and everything. They're like, wait a minute, where all these bullet holes come from? I didn't fire anything. Did you guys fire anything? No, man, we didn't fire anything. Well,
I got full clips here.
Let's see.
Packing everything.
Okay, we have a couple of comments. Hector Watts 03 said, given all of what has happened here, you do realize that the ball pit will make a reappearance at other cons due to its now mimetic status. Otakon, perhaps? Yes, there are people that are actually petitioning Otakon to want a ball pit, like, in the corner somewhere. MetroCon had a ball pit, and it was one of the swanky ones. It was like one of the ones that actually had the roof and the door on it and everything.
Actually, someone has another comment down here. Ian Lozano.
They exploited minors for money. Isn't that illegal? There's plenty of things illegal.
People do it all the time. I could list a few celebrities, but I'm not, for the sake of legalities.
Well, exactly, for the sake of legality. So I'm wondering if some parent that's pissed off that their 14-year-old just blew all their money like this, some angry parent's going to try and find out who's behind this so they have someone to go after.
No.
And you do realize they're going to be jumping up on Tumblr complaining about how life isn't fair when they fell for it.
Wait.
Well,
Okay, hold on. I have quite a few things to get through on the Q&A. I had actually had it off the side.
Yeah, I forgot to click on it myself.
Jen says, I
Oh,
still say
dear
the
God.
money made it into the ball pit, hence the duct tape. Kilbairn said they've also been astroturfing news sites going, this is bad, but I like hanging out with these people and I hope they get their act together.
Make it
I
hope.
hope it stays the same just so I can sit and watch and laugh, because I have not had so much laughter and entertainment in the last 2 days as I have as reading this.
So Dashcon has a street team going out there trying to fix up the forums where it's mentioned. I see.
Also, Kilbane says, cannot confirm my last statement, but it's something that's been whispered in a few corners. So.
Let's see.
It
The
only makes it better
17,000.
that someone decided to use the ball pit as a urinal at one point.
well,
What?
Whoa! Whoa!
That's ball pit hazard.
Whoa!
That's nothing new. It's ball pit hazard.
Wow!
what
I
happens
don't
in the
even-
ball pit stays in the ball pit.
I guess that means the body paint will be coming off easier.
Oh my! All right.
Let's not forget the $17,000 was because the hotel didn't like them, so they had to pay them. Then they said 4chan tried to shut them down.
No.
Yeah, it only makes it better that someone decided to use the ball pit as a urinal.
Wow!
Someone else, it shouldn't be hard to find. Wait, what was that about?
I missed it.
Oh, yeah, talking about the $17,000 shouldn't be that hard to find because the place was, the con was so small it should only take a minute or two to shake everyone down.
Mm-hmm.
Headphone Mike, I have a friend who is currently making a ball pit cosplay. Look for photos next week. Yes.
Oh my god.
Meredith
No.
Cottle. So is it true that no one is getting a refund on this? I mean, the admin said they were, but I read an update that apparently they are not. They are not refunding badge money, nor are they refunding money that people use to buy the advance welcome to Night Vale thing. As far as the donating, the best they could say was, it'll be out in the next day or two.
So good chance no.
Doubtful.
And yeah, I didn't know someone peed in the ball pit.
Last I heard about that it was food coloring.
Sure.
I would put it
food
across.
coloring.
Oh yeah. Let's see, from
Really?
Tig, that donation sheet was apparently put in a public location where anyone would write their name and what they donated, all of which would be paid back after the con.
Yes, I donated. I donated $500.
It's about as bad as something I heard, or actually something that I read from someone who worked with them and then just decided to say, no, I'm done. Where there were some times where notes and business stuff was written in a spiral notebook with a crayon.
I am facepalming so hard over everything that's just happened. Yes, and we're still going. I don't even. I'll fill you in later.
Meredith,
Hi, people.
I really hope we see a ball pit cosplay at Gen Con next month. There are people already doing those. It's going to be glorious.
Yeah, that was a reason.
Every time I see that, I'm going to applaud because I'm not going to do anything else. Because apparently they were doing the Mockingjay salute when they were trying to get everyone's attention.
Yeah.
And yes, Tig, not 500, but $1 million.
Or if someone could get a picture of one of the Dashcon badges and just make up your own and then go cosplay at another con saying, what are you dressed up as? I'm dressed up as a Dashcon attendee.
A Dashcon survivor.
Yes,
Oh my
survivor. I survived Dashcon and all I got was an extra hour in the ball pit. Put that on.
And a hotel mint.
Oh my god!
God.
Although one of the funniest things that I read in the threads that I saw on 4chan was that, like as everything was snowballing out of control and the guests were leaving, so those who's watched Evangelion? Like End of Eva.
I have.
Okay, so someone put in there, it all comes tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Oh god, yesterday at Metrocon in Florida, a girl dressed up as the Dashcon $17,000 donation page. Yes. Oh my yes.
She dressed up as what?
The Dashcon $17,000 donation page. Speaking of that, there are all these joke tumblers that are out now. CrashCon. Then you had one that's let's see, what is it? $17,000.tumblr.com, where they actually talk about the different things that you can buy with $17,000.
I like that donation right there. 6 goats donated by Benedict Cumberbatch.
With $17,000, you can buy this 24-karat gold-plated vibrator and still have $2,000 left.
I was waiting for somebody to
And
try
it still
to
gives you disappointment.
Someone trying to give me $20, somehow changed to give me $17,000 or something like that.
We should just we should sell T-shirts that say we survived Dashcon by not going.
Yeah.
I support this.
Didn't
We will do this.
go, and still Dashcon took my money. Like...
Dashcon owes me money and I still didn't go. Fragment Mouse, 6 goats donated by Benedict Cumberbatch. That's hilarious. I just...
Oh, man.
Actually, I don't think the
Wow.
staff badge was printed backwards so much as it was the reflection of it by the camera or something. It might have been taken on a webcam.
Wow. So I guess we can agree it was a clusterfuck.
It was quite possibly the biggest clusterfuck of
Oh.
a con ever.
They never had any program book.
How you
It
not
was
gonna have
all
a
online.
program book?
I'm
It was
kind of
all
glad
online.
because it probably would
It
have
was
been
all
just
online.
written on the back of the napkin or on a paper plate.
Probably because they never had a real schedule to put in the program book or real guests who were confirmed.
Yeah.
With $17,000,
They put
you
in
can
there
buy.
like a list of SJW issues from Tumblr, and then
Okay, hold on.
Celebrate us.
I have to do this. Just because I don't know if you guys have actually seen it or not.
What are you?
Where is it? Please tell me that it's still online. Yes, it is. Okay.
Alright.
For all right. That is the schedule that they had. Now,
Oh boy,
I am
let me
about-
see if there's any events I want.
I am about to go ahead and do this. I'm going to screen share this. Let's look at Friday. Oh, this actually reminds me because I look at Video Game Room. Let me stop screen share for just a moment so you guys can see my face. The Game Room. The Game Room.
they had one.
Yes,
Hey, yeah.
Six
A game room.
tables. and one TV.
No. Dashcon, 6 tables, 1 game for their game room.
Yep.
Yeah, it was one system, one game.
I
And
think
How
she
she's
is
was,
shaking her head in disappointment.
No, even my university's convention, like which is a shit show, had at least 5 or 6 TVs and people brought game systems in. How are you going to tell me some convention that's quote unquote been organized for a year is only going to have 1 TV?
congratulations.
Tell
Your
me.
con is now better.
You mean to tell me hold on, Bishi. You mean to tell me you couldn't find some old school rolly cart TVs from elementary school to hook a system up to?
You roll the local high school.
They could not.
Okay,
They
let
could not go to the local flea market or something and buy some old busted TVs that just barely work to hook a console. They could not do that.
No,
Alright. Let's take a moment and look at the schedule and see what some of the events were. Okay, the Book Exchange, I don't mind. That sounds pretty cool. How genetics really work. I don't know.
Defense against the dark arts.
How digital art changed the world. Okay, yeah.
Does that say no chick flick moments?
Yes.
YouTube live streams. What? Okay. Not
What
so
is the wait,
creepypasta with-
whoa, what's the fine lines and why is it 18 and up? What does that mean?
Oh, this right here? Defined lines. This panel will take an in-depth look at rape culture in modern society, including how to identify the...
Okay.
Whoa!
We're done. Please stop.
Whoa!
And that's
this
at
was at
8
their
p.m. Actually, let's take a look at the panel right above that where it says depression and anxiety tools and support.
You know what? I don't have a problem with that there.
I told you, SJWs.
Yes, you are right. Yeah, SJW.
Alright, what is it?
Wait, what are SJWs?
Social justice warriors.
Okay, they have a
Oh.
dash prom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it say bandoms, like band fandoms?
Night blogging with some of the admins, the panel.
Yeah, we can't allow the underage one on the panel.
They shouldn't put the underage one on any panels.
Although this one is just what the fuck.
Can you not?
Not.
Exploring the Omegaverse. Oh dear God. I'm done.
They only had 3.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not done.
Oh, no, there's one right here where they have 4 panels going on at 6 o'clock, so never mind.
Okay. Let's see what else.
Saturday.
Dumbledore's army meeting. Okay. Da-da-da.
They had a panel about horror movies.
Hey there,
Lord.
Brony.
Good lord, there were so many Night Vale live readings throughout the entire day.
No, there weren't.
Scheduled.
I'm actually surprised that Doug Jones stuck around.
Wait. I swear I'm not a murderer. Strange Google searches. Really?
Ever pulled up your internet browser to see that your last search was only to find best knives for killing people or poisons that kill slowly and painfully? You're not alone. You're just a writer or artist.
Okay.
You're demon hunting and stilettos. I've seen it.
Hunting 101.
That's for Supernatural.
Okay. The lemon is in play.
The supernatural slash flick panel.
Hey, shut up.
Alright.
Pacific Rim viewing party.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
Wait. British men with cheekbones.
Oh.
Question,
So that's where the
like,
Yes.
does anybody know if they ended up screening Pacific Rim? Because they're
Yes.
not in legal trouble if they... Oh,
They did.
so they actually played it.
Yes.
Wow. There.
Wait. Everyone, take a look at about 9 p.m. right in the middle right here.
Mm-hmm. No, that's so creepy.
You talking about that ultimate? Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone.
No. Such karaoke. Very sing. Wow.
Doge. Or Dodge. How you pronounce that damn dog?
And then at 11 o'clock, we have BDSM 101. It's shipping 101.
That is interesting.
Yeah, but BDSM it should be 18 plus. Just
Actually,
saying.
it is marked 18 plus.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think anything that's in the red is 18 and up.
It is.
Alright. I'm used to them having in parentheses 18 plus.
Yeah, they just didn't put it there.
You know what? Akamori was right. Because I just looked back on Saturday, and at 1 o'clock, there is a panel called Gendering the Hero Quest versus the Husband Quest. You're right, Akamori. This is
Yeah. It's an SJW convention mixed with weeaboo, wet dream fandoms, and homestuck body paint.
So basically, shame all around.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Humans versus.
I can already imagine we're gonna get a bunch of crap about this episode, but you know what?
You know what? Screw it.
Exactly.
You're the ones that decided to put this up there. Oh, and here's Sunday. Dr. Horrible sing-along blog sing-along.
Wait. They actually showed that. Did they get permission?
Well, hold on. Did they? Okay. I was gonna think if they showed it, maybe they muted it, but they most likely probably just showed it with the fucking words.
They showed it with the words.
Oh, lovely. And audio. I'd say audio.
I can't wait to see the lawsuits.
I want to see it. I want to see how much of a wonderful train wreck it will be.
Much money.
Take a look at what I have.
Sexuality in genre TV. Sexuality in genre TV, a frank discussion of how genre TV portrays sexuality. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
All right. Can we go right down there?
This is not a night fail panel. Do not attend this panel.
Oh,
Wait,
all
hold
right.
on, what?
What?
Rise of the Brave Tangled Dragons.
In-character crossover panel with your favorites: Jack Frost, Merida, Rapunzel, and Hiccup.
That makes me want to puke.
That makes it sound like that sounds. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like a very, very hentai-oriented fanfiction. I'm sorry. That's what it sounds like. I think I may have seen that before, but that might exist.
I don't.
It's a man's board, but there's nothing like a woman. Read that one.
What is this?
Vanina Walsh, award-winning surfer and model, talks about what it's like to be female in the male-dominated world of surfing.
Okay.
That's cool, but why is that even there? Like,
SJWs.
Yeah.
Book exchange and blind date with a book.
I wonder how many Twilight novels made an appearance this weekend.
Don't even want to know.
Hair care and appreciation.
Wait.
So wait. Hold on. So there was a hair care and appreciation. Was there like a showering panel too? Because I think every con should have that. Con hygiene.
You should have a panel for wiping your ass because it seems like they can't even do that.
So we're just doing home training then. That's what we're doing.
It's more than one moving part.
Oh, man.
Instagram obsessed.
Well,
Hey, shut the fuck up. All right, I love my Instagram. I don't give a damn.
and also,
Shut up.
on Sunday, there was apparently a Star Trek panel in which they talked about how each of the universes and timelines fit together. I'm just trying to figure out how they did that in an hour, but I guess that'd be pretty easy. Yeah, never mind.
Gender and marketing.
Oh.
That makes a difference. That's a thing.
Dr. Pepper 10.
I work in marketing right now.
I know.
This is a violent turn of events for me.
Period dance.
Thank you.
Okay, now that we've had enough of that.
That hair care appreciation, I'd be very curious to see how that went. I wish there was a live recording of that. Just to know who in the world was running that panel on hair care and appreciation.
I think I could take a guess.
Neckbeards.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm telling you how they groom their nose hair.
And their dirty, dirty hair
Mm-hmm.
that never sees the light.
Ew. Belly
Let's
button.
see.
Gross.
Hold on. All right, some of the Q&A. Meredith Cottle, they did show Pacific Rim, and this was confirmed by one of the workers from Dashcon. Some girl commented that she was getting triggered by the snide remarks made during the movie because she just couldn't handle it.
It's a giant movie. I'm sorry. It's a movie about giant mechs fighting kaijus.
People are using the term trigger so loosely now.
This is a Tumblr
Like,
content.
oh, I'm slightly, disturbed by something. Oh my god, I'm triggered.
That would explain why Headphone Mike at one point said that he's going to start a punk rock band called Trigger Warning.
Tig, I love you.
He was joking. But he could be serious.
Golden shower in the ball pit. Oh my god.
Yeah, they also had a
understand
Hetalia viewing party.
They had a what?
Hetalia.
Repeat? What party?
Hetalia.
Okay, and Italia
What?
Access Powers
Hetalia?
Hetalia.
viewing party.
I'm like, how many times you gotta fucking say it? Like, it's Italian. Shit.
So that's another thing that they...
They had a ton of illegal viewing parties.
But much illegality.
No,
Yeah,
you cannot have any. No.
And the A Fond Farewell was only 4 minutes 44 seconds long, and according to the longest vid on YouTube, where they whined about how badly they were treated.
Con rules, safety, and etiquette. How about this for etiquette? Pay your guests.
Pay your bills.
Pay your bills.
Pay your bills.
Bills. That's the moral of the story.
This ain't trading places. This is real fucking life.
I love what Tig put here. It's Tumblr. You think they understand the concept of an organized book?
Yeah.
What?
I would say shots fired, but Dashcon
There are
staff
no
already beat us
shots.
to it.
Somebody
Dashcon
said
staff
this
did it.
on they said, how can you put logistics in the hands of people who can't even talk on the phone?
Oh.
Wow. And 4chan figures out how to fire at least one shot.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Man down.
All right. Down at the bottom, ephemeral synthesis. She says this is almost a creepypasta. Dude, please make there be some creepypastas about this.
Someone's writing that
There's
shit.
got to be. There's got to be some good ones.
The con that no one attended. Oh,
Ian Lozano posted a comment. You should provide trigger warnings. I almost had a panic attack because of you guys. Huh?
we're sorry.
Okay, spoilers. This con sucked. We're assholes. What else do you want to know?
that pretty much sums it up. We're assholes, yes.
So, we have railed on this con and the horrendous stuff behind it. There is plenty of stuff that's going to be...
There
that's
is
going to be
plenty
said.
of ammo right here in our Q&A. I don't even...
Hey, they also played Repo the Genetic Opera. Somebody else is going to come after them for copyright.
Dashcon, we knew you so little, but you fucked up so much.
Let's see. Yeah, Tig, rumor has it that while the BDSM panel did not have a minor enter the room during the panel, supposedly IDs were not being checked at all 18-plus panels.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
That's
dope.
lovely.
Saturday morning, they had a panel for a Lolita meetup and fashion show. Worries me a little bit.
I wonder how organized that was.
Not.
I love this one right here, though. Another one by Tig in a Q&A. I'm gonna leave that one to you.
Which one? For
The one about the money.
$17,000, you could buy 17 high-end TVs and still have change left over.
Yep.
Actually, this is hilarious. 2 p.m. on Saturday, they had a panel that said Hateful Anons and Beyond, How to Deal with Bullies. Here's how you deal with bullies. You make a con, and then you collectively punch yourselves in the face. Like you just did this weekend.
It's yes, that's a good panel idea. But if you can't run a con, don't run a con.
Or get someone to do it. Or get someone to run it for you. Like hire someone to run it for you.
And now for the educational part of the show. Here's the guide that they probably had, but they forgot the not. How to not run an anime convention. 1. Start with no experience. You don't need it. It's easy to figure out how to run a convention behind the scenes. Number 2. Work to compete with another convention. Your new con will definitely have none of the flaws you found with the convention you want to compete against. You won't have to worry about not having enough Japanese food in your con suite. You probably won't even have one. You can have a social life too. Running a convention won't take much time, so you'll have plenty of time to do other stuff. Number 4. Expect 1 billion people. If you don't estimate high attendance, then it's going to keep you motivated.
There's a wolf spider right by my foot. Okay.
Oh, so what you need to do now is get your laptop and burn the whole fucking place down.
No, I'm gonna put him outside.
No. Put him in a container and release him in the ball pit.
No, man. When you come across the spider and you try to burn the whole place down, you can't confirm the kill. I try to tell people that you can't burn the whole motherfucking building down because you can't confirm the kill. Ain't you ever watched a cheesy horror movie? If you can't confirm the kill, that means they're not dead.
No!
Shit.
Come here!
Look at this white woman. Being stupid.
Is getting. Okay, yeah.
Nerd,
So
it's funny they have a panel to deal with bullies when SJWs are bullies themselves.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
That's it. Burn the house down. It's over. Burn it down.
Meanwhile, Alphamorty is fighting the spider.
Okay.
Hey, when you catch, you might be able to catch it in time for next year's. So put it in the bounce house.
Yep. Train him to attack SJWs. Do it.
Oh, teach Pokemon moves.
Teach him to go after anything that wears a fedora.
Teach him.
All the neckbeards. All
Teach
the
string
neckbeards.
shots so you can spray it on them and slow them down, and then teach them like poison jabs so you can get in there and poison them to death or something. You give me a boost.
Alright. Next question.
4chan planted the wolf spider in your house.
My known, slight, barely noticeable fear of spiders. So now I'm having social anxiety, and I can't plan a con because 4chan dumped a wolf spider in my house.
Dude, damn truckers.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Fragment Mouse, please God, let 4chan destroy Tumblr once and for all.
Thank you, Fragment Mouse. Thank you.
Oh, they can't do that because if 4chan destroys Tumblr, we won't get other funny things like this Dashcon happening. 4chan
First of all, you can't destroy 4chan. 4chan
is infinite and immortal.
No, I'm talking about making it's
going to destroy Tumblr.
4chan was to destroy Tumblr. No, I don't want 4chan to destroy Tumblr because Tumblr is being funny right now. They're entertaining. Don't destroy it.
All right, we have a wonderful.
Oh, they ran a con, all right.
Yo, I'm loving this Meredith chick. She is awesome. She's been
Meredith, you were amazing.
You are on point.
Oh,
This
Dashcon
legality
has
thing.
made Dashcon has made StellarCon 34 look like a well-run and organized event. Oh,
What the fuck is StellarCon?
okay.
Oh.
It was a con
Wow.
that UNCG, their FQ or their SF cubed science fantasy, was it science fantasy fiction and anyway. It was SF cubed that they would put it on every year in in Greensboro or High Point.
Mhm.
And StellarCon 34 was run so poorly, it was just sad. I thought that was the saddest thing ever. No.
Dashcon set a new level.
Yeah, StellarCon was still here because you still had competent people running it.
Yeah.
Dashcon's still down here. And actually, it's more like this. Dashcon's doing this.
Ah.
Like, people are comparing Dashcon to Las Pegasus Unicon.
What the hell is that?
It's a con that happened last year where they basically tried to kill Tara Strong, bounced a bunch of checks, and handed out money that was fake but supposedly the same as real money to be used in the dealer's room.
Wait, how did they try to kill Tara Strong?
They tried to serve her eggplant.
Oh, she's allergic.
Yeah, thank you, Tig. Sci-Fi Fiction, or Science Fiction Fantasy Federation. And StellarCon no longer exists.
Oh, but we didn't say
Oh, that's
trigger
great.
warning.
Yeah, we
That's
did.
great.
Sorry, we didn't say trigger warning about talking about spiders.
And burning houses down.
Well, you know what? I'm still enjoying it because of the schadenfreude of watching you people squirm.
You're such an asshole.
Yes, I am.
But I
Anyway,
love you.
we have been going at this for like an hour and a half. Yeah.
Half if
There is probably much more that can be said. There will be much more coming out in the days to come. Just watch Tumblr for the Dashcon tag, either Dashcon 2014 or Dashcon 2K14, because it should turn out to be entertaining.
Hey, the train wreck was more entertaining. The train wreck aftermath is more entertaining than the con itself.
Yeah.
And it's free. It is completely freaking free.
Yeah, I just had to pay for electricity and, internet. I didn't have to worry about it.
Didn't even have to leave my own house.
And see, this is why 4chan, you should not try to destroy Tumblr. Let them keep doing stuff like this.
Yeah, there is the
Much entertainment.
the Las Pegasus Unicon story. They're comparing it to that and what is it? Tentamut, the Lord of the Rings get together that never got off the ground.
Yeah.
It was like back in 03 or something. But anyway, this has been a train wreck of epic proportions. As I like to say, this is a train wreck that has the Hindenburg crashing on top of it, flying off a cliff into the Titanic, and destroying 4 orphanages and an animal shelter with the resulting explosion.
That sounds about right. But wasn't there at least like a nuke sitting underneath the orphanage? An old
No.
abandoned silo?
No.
Damn, I was hoping for no evidence left.
They
That's
didn't
next
get
year's.
permission to use the nuke.
Orbital nuke on Dashcon 2015.
That's next year. But anyway, alright. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Guys, if you haven't already done it, please subscribe to us. The button is right down here. We actually have an interview tomorrow with
Pixie Belle cosplay.
Pixie Belle Cosplay.
Which I will make it. I will be there.
Okay, cool. And that is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep.
I believe.
Yep, I will. Wait, you already reposted the teaser, didn't you, Maverick?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
But tune in for that. Like I said, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. If you think we're at the least bit entertaining, please go to our Facebook and like us. It's facebook.com/Omake Ikuze. It's OMAKEIKUZE, all one word. If you have any questions, comments, topics for future shows, criticisms, anything of that sort, please email us at omake.ikuze@gmail.com. Let's see. We also do game streams every now and again if you want to watch those. Well, basically whatever we do, we post on the Facebook. So you can follow the links from there. But yeah, if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. Jolly Yellow looks like he's trying very hard to stay awake, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this.
Oh no, I'm just goofing off right now.
Okay.
I'm the one that's sleepy this time.
But yes, thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for joining us on our expedition throughout this amazing clusterfuck that was Dine and Dashcon 2014. So, for OI, this has been Bishi saying bye.
This is Ryuji.
This is Maverick.
This is Alkamori.
Jolly Yellow saying good night. Good night, folks.
All right. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow for the interview.